He was like, I can't believe you've made it almost 4 years.
I'm
like, why? He's like, when you first came, we were all laughing at you, saying, look at this Queen Elizabeth coming.
I was just talking on the Zoom. TROTRO was quiet. Everybody was listening. The maid says front. You know how it is, 5 cities.
Can you imagine?
Try. I had to cut that conversation. Deal with that one. I didn't realise that I didn't cut the conversation. The girls were laughing.
You order something, they'll go to the back. I don't know where they're going. They're going somewhere. Then 5 minutes later, oh, madam,
5 minutes?
Sorry.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Sorry, we don't have the chicken, but we have the yam. So do you want the yam with the pork? No, I think that's not what I want. I want to change all this.
So are you looking to find your dream husband?
Hey, madam.
Oh, God.
It's good. If you're not married by a certain age and you're looked on or frowned upon like, oh, is there something wrong with you?
There's definitely a lot of opportunities to start your own business. There's gaps in the market that, there's problems that you can solve.
Hello guys, my name is Cassandra and I'm here to invite each and every one of you guys to the Diaspora Transition Network. It's a network for everyone in the diaspora to join. Any issues you have with GRA, Ghana's Registrar's Office, Lands Commission, they are here to help, support, and also guide you through it all. So click the link and sign up and join today.
So today I deliberately brought on the show somebody that's been here for nearly 4 years, 3 months and 9 months. So we've got some early babies and we've got, a medium baby. And really it's, again, talking about their transition, why they decided to move. And it's really to impact on your life, on maybe how you are feeling about Ghana, about moving back, about your transition. So I want to welcome a few faces that I've known for a few years as well. So Jennifer, Melissa and Deborah, all from the UK. Happens that today all of my ladies are from the UK. Yes. But before we do, Jennifer, let's do a little toast since we've got our red rose.
Yes.
So what's the toast, Jennifer? What we're toasting to?
We're toasting to achievements. We're toasting to the fact that we've been able to make the transition, and we're toasting to the future, because the future is definitely brighter here.
Yes. Cheers. So let's start with the older baby.
Oh, that's me. I'm the old lady in the group.
So Melissa, 4 years ago, what happened in the UK that made you decide to move to Ghana?
I'll be very honest. It wasn't really on my list of things to do. I thought about it a couple of years before. I literally was at home. It was around Christmas. My cousins had come to visit from the US. Got this email saying they're looking for somebody for a hotel. I'm like, I was telling my cousin, is this fraud? I'm like, this email from Ghana. I'm like, seriously? I'm like, what? Okay, I said I'll reply and see what happens. I replied. They said they want to do the interview over the phone. I'm like, okay, fine. Like, I was going along with it. Like, yeah, whatever, you know, it's fine. Do the interview, the Zoom call. Spoke to the GM. I'm like, yeah. Gave it everything I had. Next minute, they were like, yeah, so when can you start? I'm like, oh.
Wow.
Can you give me a few minutes just to collect my thoughts? I spoke to my parents about it. I spoke to some of my friends. My parents, especially my dad, was like, yeah, you can go for it. Oh my God, you do so well. I'm like, oh God, yeah. Some of my friends were like, okay, this is interesting. I think because it was 4 years ago, at that time, it was even before year of return, before the excitement. So people were like, okay, so what are we going to do there? I'm like, I'm working for a hotel. I have a job already. I have somewhere to live, kind of thing. So it was like, okay, this sounds good. In my mind, I wasn't really ready, let's say. I spoke to my boss about it at the time. She was very, very helpful. She said to me, okay, fine, you're not ready to leave. But if you can say that you'd be sitting in this desk in like 2 months' time and not even think, what would it have been like? Then fine, stay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but she's like, if you think for a second, you're going to say, I thought, I
wish.
wonder, if I was there, then I should have just go for it. So I resigned, and then that was it. Started packing my things.
So what job were you doing in London? What were you doing?
So I was working for a hotel.
Okay.
On Park Lane. Yeah. So it was the same in sales and marketing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And when you got to Ghana, what was the initial few weeks, months like?
Honestly, it was difficult. I'm going to say it was difficult. Firstly, because sometimes when you come to Ghana on holiday, everybody's on holiday at the same time. So you have friends. I came to Ghana and I'm looking for people like, oh no, I've traveled, I'm not here. I'm like, oh my God, I actually don't have any friends. So that was the first thing. The hotel was very, very busy. So also trying to fit in to a busy environment and learn a different way of doing things, it was a big challenge. Honestly, it really, really was. And obviously I was missing people from home and it was just so busy, I didn't really get time to call and all of that. So it was challenging. Honestly, I cried when I got on the plane. I sat on this plane, I'm like, oh my God, I'm on my own. What have I done? Yeah, but I think, you know what, I'm glad I did it.
Okay.
I'm glad my boss gave me that advice. I think I prepared myself. I said to myself, okay, fine, Melissa, if you're going to go, make sure that you have like enough savings so that at least if I go to Ghana, it doesn't work. I have enough money to get myself back to London and some window of looking for a new job in case they rehired at my old place. But it was difficult. It was difficult.
And then being a UK British girl that's come into this hotel and there's lots of Ghanaians, how were you treated? How did they look at you?
The person I was replacing was local.
Okay.
And the people in my team had been there since the hotel opened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there was definitely some kind of resentment, and obviously, as you're saying, I'm very British. Like,
British, in it.
Come in there with my suit jacket, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was difficult because at first I'm like, okay, so what are you doing? Can you show me? Oh no, I'll do that later. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And like, you know, there's some things like, oh no, it's not available. Okay, have you checked another date?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, they don't want another date.
Yeah.
Have you asked them? Like, you know what I mean? So I was kind of pushy in a sense. But I tried. I think definitely when you come, you have to make an effort.
You do.
More listening than talking. Yeah. And also I was younger than some of the people in the team. So I can only imagine what they feel like. Like you're Ghanaian, you've been in the job, you've been in the hotel since it's opened. There's an opening. I don't know what the shortfalls were at the time, but they bring somebody younger than you from outside. She's got this accent, she's walking around the place, you know, in her heels kind of thing. It's difficult, it is difficult. Yeah. But I think we really got there in the end.
That's good.
They accepted me. Funny enough, recently, one of of the team members who was there at the beginning was having a joke because he was like, I can't believe you've made it almost 4 years. I'm like, why? He's like, when you first came, we were all laughing at you, saying, look at this Queen Elizabeth coming here. You see, I'm still here.
See? Wow.
But yeah.
That's interesting.
That's good.
Deborah,
Yes.
what were you doing in the UK
Okay.
before you came
Before
down?
I came. So I was working for a housing company called Pyramid Plus, who are based in Ealing. So I was at the planner. I used to arrange the diary for the engineers and all of that. And then one day it hit me. In fact, before I was working there, it hit me. I said from 2019, it was on my mind. I wanted to come and move to Ghana. I was like, it's there. Before then, I was coming every year. Melissa will tell you.
Oh, really?
Literally. I come sometimes twice a year.
Yeah.
So every time I'm down, I'm like, oh no, I'm down, let's meet. And then she was even like, one day you're going to move to Ghana. I remember she said this to me. She was like, you're just going to move one day. I said, nah. So then when I came in 2019 for one of our friends' traditional wedding, I was like, I don't want to go back. But then I said, no, let me go back. I'm going to plan, give myself maybe a year or two, and then come to Ghana. So yeah, that's what.
So you
happened.
planned
I
then to
literally
come?
Planned, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, but what was the triggers? What were you finding that was so good about Ghana that you wanted to stay here?
Just the peace of mind.
Okay.
Literally, I'm not saying obviously there isn't stress in Ghana, there is, but on a different level, not like UK level. So just that, the peace of mind, that stress of not having to wake up so early, and then you see it's gloomy and it's dark outside, and then you go home and it's dark. So all of that literally was like.
So then, did you have a job? Like, was it same situation as Melissa? So you knew that you were coming to a job. Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
So how did that come about?
Okay, so one day I was just at work, actually. I was on my break, and then I saw an advertisement for the school, which is Ashmore International Academy. They were like, oh, we need someone to come and manage the school. And I thought, wow, this is it. Literally, I was like, this is the moment I've been waiting for. Wow. So I spoke to them, sent my CV through to them, etc. And then they were like, okay, we did the whole interview, spoke to the husband. He was in London at the time, so I did the interview with him there. So
it's the Diasporan that built the school?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So they were like, we'd love to have you on board. And here I am.
Wow. Wow.
Well done.
Awesome.
Well done.
Jennifer. That's my baby right there. But anyway, we won't go into that right now. But Jen, like, we've had this conversation before.
Yep.
And at the time I was like, Jen, why don't you just come? just come. So what made you come in the end?
Gosh, I think there's a number of things, but I think I literally woke up one morning and just felt to myself, you know what? Time waits for no man, just do it. You understand? And I know sometimes you hear these sort of like stories of people in the, with the last words before they're passing away, things that they regret, and it's just not doing it or not even trying. And I'm like, you know what, the COVID has kind of, been an opportunity for some of us to reflect and think about life and think about where we're going to go and what we're going to do. I do remember prior to the year of the return, it was more with our parents wanting to go back in a retirement, but now, like the younger folks, you understand? And I'm just like, let's do it. I mean, it can either go it can either go well or bad, but you just need to try it. And so here I am. Yes.
But you were in a teaching job.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And how was that, like, as a teacher, and you're not teaching here?
Yeah. You know what? It was my time to leave the profession. I've still got it in me. I still have a passion. I'm working with kids, and I love the teaching aspect, as in being around the kids and stuff like that. All that other stuff, that's another story. But I don't miss it. Okay, people are saying, oh, why don't you go to Ghana and open up a school, or and I'm like, Mine was secondary school teaching, like the older kids, and I love the craziness of it, but nah, not just yet. Anyway, we'll see.
And it's been, obviously you've lived in Ghana before,
Yeah.
right? You lived in Ghana till what year?
I lived in Ghana for 1 year. It was 1999, the millennium, the transition.
Okay.
You know, where everyone thought that the world was going to end, and you know, the craziness.
Yes.
But yeah, I was in Ghana, so if the world's going to end, I'm going to end it in Ghana.
Okay.
But
So that's good. So you spent a year here,
yeah,
right? And you've come back now.
yeah.
What's the difference that you have seen?
Funny enough, from that time that I did work and live in Ghana,
Where were you working?
I was working at VRA.
Okay.
Okay. In terms of changes, I think Ghana's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, like, yeah, we've got our, you know, bits and pubs, whatever, but like, look at the construction that's going on. Look at the buildings, and not just, you know, traditional type buildings, but really creative designs. I mean, the architecture. Look at the housing estates that are coming up. You understand? And it's just lovely. It's just humbling to see. You understand? I know we've still got the mad roads and the potholes and all of that, but I try and focus on what we are doing. We are moving, we are getting there, but yeah, we still got stuff that we need to work on, definitely.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about a few topics, right? So the first one is TROTRO. How is the TROTRO situation for those that have been in TROTRO? I know you use the TROTRO all the time. How is it?
My family don't know that, but they do now.
Not really.
But you know what? You know you get, like, you could get a bank manager, you can get, there's some people living in TROTROs.
We are all in the TROTRO.
It's public transport
We are
for
all
us, right?
there in their suits.
So the first time that you came back and you got on your TROTRO, how was it?
You know, before Uber and all of that was around, it was the taxis, but they were long. Their experience, it's actually quite fun.
Yeah?
It's actually quite fun. But the only thing is that what I just can't get my head around is just the crampedness. You understand? I'm not a very claustrophobic person, but being in a TROTRO, I need to either be next to the window or at the front. I can't. I need a fast way to escape out that. Yeah. At the same time, you look at the TROTRO system and you ask yourself, why doesn't somebody come out with an initiative to just get one of those minibuses, brand it, and just, you know, create something maybe a little bit more pricier than TROTRO for those people in the suits, the bank managers and so forth. You understand? I mean, all of these opportunities and initiatives are out there. It's just somebody just doing it.
It's true.
It's not
Have you tried a TROTRO?
That's my route.
That's your route. Okay. And how is it? How is life in TROTRO?
It's interesting. The mates, they're very hit and miss sometimes. It's like you can get the good ones, and at times you can get the really. It's like they'll test you.
Right.
Yes.
They'll test you. Sometimes, like, you tell them, okay, I'm getting off here. They'll intentionally go past your stop, and you're shouting, hey, this is my stop.
Okay.
And then also sitting in it is. Your heart is in your stomach, can't it?
Really?
Your heart is in your stomach, because especially when it's doing the whole up and down, up and down. And then sometimes you can feel that, I don't know, Jenny, is it just me? Like, it feels like the floor is coming off or something.
During the chest.
Nah, today, not today.
You're not ready to go yet. It's not your time.
So,
Do you know what? The first time I took a TROTRO, it was funny because there was this man just on his phone,
That's it.
just saying his whole situation. And you're just like, brother, like, not on the TROTRO, like, it's a full thing. And then there's somebody sitting next to you and he's sweaty and he's just like, you know them ones, and you're just like, I'm like, can you put your hand down?
The rumors.
literally.
But it is fun.
It is.
It's a different type of, like,
You have
life.
to
It's like a whole experience.
You have to. I think I learnt myself that when I get on a TROTRO, I can't answer the phone. I can't use my accent. I can't.
Because you're looking.
Like the whole TROTRO turns around and looks at you. I'm like, I can't.
I think that was my, like, previously when I'd come to Ghana, I would go and see my grandma in Accra, and for me the TROTRO was the easiest because the guy would get to the junction itself, bus stop. Okay, I'm in my grandma's house. Come back to Accra, finish. But for me, I just don't like. Let's say I'm quite a quiet person, but I want to sit there quietly because I don't want to talk because my tree is not up to 100%. Then there was that, where are you from? I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the whole TROTRO to know my name, where I'm going, who my grandma is.
Yeah.
So I just want to be at the front next to the driver, just in there.
That's it, cry.
And I want the one next to the driver itself.
I
Not
love
that
them
window.
too.
I want that one.
That one has to
no
be.
one can trouble me. I don't have to get out when someone's
Yeah.
getting out. I'm in
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
And
That's
it's my
it.
stop. Excuse me. Hello.
That's it, you're
Bye.
good. You're
Yeah, I can even tell my hair. You see that junction? Stop there.
Yeah.
You see, I've even learned how to pronounce my stop in such a way that they don't realize that I'm
Good.
I had to learn
How to say it properly. So you said
CP.
CP. When you're doing it, you have to
Do the body, yeah.
CP.
My goodness. It's always interesting when you get on a TROTRO and you're at one of those loading bays where you're sitting there waiting for people to load, and then we eventually start the journey, and then you get somebody that starts preaching.
I had one yesterday.
You don't know where to look. You don't know where to.
Amen.
Honestly.
Oh, well, God forgive you.
I know, right?
That's the collection as well.
Honestly.
Have they ever tried to take your change
Yes.
and not give it back?
Yes. Me, I know how much it should cost.
Right.
So what I try and do, I'll try and give the exact money. But every so often,
that's what I do.
you understand? Every so often, or they'll say like 370 or 380. No, it's 3 cities. Share.
Give me
3 cities.
Sure.
And I've been using that journey for some time. So I remember one time I was on a meeting. I was on a Zoom. And I told the ladies, that, listen, you know what, I may not be able to talk because I'm on a TROTRO, but it got to the point where I had to talk. So I was just talking on a Zoom. TROTRO was quiet. Everybody was listening. Sure, it was listening. Eventually, the mate says front. You know how it is, front. And so I said, like, how much is it? And he was like, 5 cities.
Can you imagine?
Say hey.
Don't try.
I had to cut that conversation. Deal with that one. Yeah. I didn't realise that I didn't cut the conversation. The girls were laughing. Oh, Johnny. 5 cities. Since when? Never.
Oh my goodness. You have to fight with. You have to make sure that you know.
Yeah.
Because
It happened to me
but the
just 2
thing
days
is,
ago.
You're feeling the
they
pain.
know what they know what you guys look like.
That's the thing.
That's
You
not
can't-
even the accent.
It's not the accent.
They see it.
It's not the
From our
clothes.
skin, apparently.
It's-
That's what
Really?
they say. Yeah. I don't
They
know.
can just
honestly,
see it.
Right. They see you from
all the
afar.
time. Yeah.
But you know what? I don't know if you remember, Debbie. One time we must have gone to Honeysuckle. Do you remember when I first came?
Yeah.
Debbie invited me out to go and chill and just have a drink. And we were sitting down chatting away. And then suddenly we saw 2 boys walk in. And I was like, Debbie, these guys are not locals, are they? You can just see. I don't know. Is it the string vest? What were they wearing? I can't remember. But you can see that now.
I don't know whether it's the swag that they walk
It's the
in
way
with.
they walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just tell.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is shopping in Ghana. Clothes, food, snacks, all of that. How is it in Ghana? Is it difficult?
Yeah.
I miss Tesco.
Yeah, I mean, I was dying for a sausage roll the other day. Like, it just wasn't. Where was I going to get it?
And even if you get someone to make it,
Oh,
it's the
same.
same.
I even feel sorry for the person making it. I'll just be so disappointed.
Honestly.
So shopping is difficult?
Yeah.
I think for me, on the like clothes and fashion side, I think there's so many amazing like boutiques and stuff.
Okay.
When we're talking about Ghanaian brands,
yeah.
And I love the way that they can make things and it fits and your size is there, and any alteration the ladies there. They're sewing machines to just sort you out, get you in the dress. If they need to sew you in the dress, they'll do it.
Yeah.
Now for other stuff, I think sometimes for me I find difficulties with maybe some of the quality of some of the other stuff, because you can't tell the brands, let's say. I was telling Debbie just now that I found this amazing fabric softener in the supermarket. I bought it, said I'm going to try it, tried it. I'm like, this is beautiful, this is fantastic. Let me go back and buy it. I haven't seen it since. And it's been like months. So I think some of the supermarkets have a little bit of inconsistency with the item itself. You know, like as you're saying, Tesco's own this, or you're on Ariel, or you're on this.
Yeah.
And you can go back and it's either out of stock back tomorrow.
But at least you know
Or
you
know
get
it's
it.
coming. Or you buy it online. But here it's like this brand, it's not there anymore. take this one, and that's not what I wanted.
should,
Like,
yeah,
and I bought it from here.
Yeah.
So I think that plus,
What about like bras and knickers, like women's stuff?
When I go
You-
home.
yeah.
Yeah.
Never reached out for that yet.
Yeah. That, and then sometimes, you know, the snacks you were saying,
Yeah.
you want the Maltesers, you feel like a Pringles,
Yeah.
and then you go to the shop and it says £1 and they're telling you it's 12 cities. You're like, they don't add up. You're like, hold on, the last time I checked where's my phone? It was 8 point, and you're like, this is just daylight robbery, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I
But
think.
you know what? I used to think that, but then honestly, the shipping
Yeah.
costs,
Yeah.
Of course,
the,
they're
the list of things that you have to pay for at the
Yeah.
port,
Bring it.
it's so
Yeah.
expensive for somebody
is.
that's bringing stuff. So I understand why, you know, prices are high, and that's why a lot of diasporans are still shipping things
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
to come down.
Yes, I
you
shipped
know?
loads.
Did you?
You know, to my own detriment, I shipped probably like 2.5 boxes or something. But it was, I was told, sardines, tuna. You know, like I had a whole like what's that shop called? Costco, Lidl. You know, listen, I bought everything. But the thing is that it was too much. It was too much, and now I'm kind of looking at it, and I'm like, hold on, it's expiring soon. I've been here.
I'm coming to your house. What are you talking about? I'm coming to your house to get it. It's not
I've
expired.
still got loads. But sometimes I ask myself, like, is it really necessary? I mean, don't get me wrong. Qualities can be different, but like, I mean, when we look at the price difference and shipping costs on top of that, you know, is it really necessary?
You're right, and I was talking about this with someone, because sometimes, especially for us, maybe who were like born in the UK, never lived in Ghana. Like for me, toothpaste is Sensodyne. That's it.
Me too.
Yeah. So, but maybe I could be moving into the Pepsodent, but maybe I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes it's like a what did they say? Creature of habit. Like I just want it. That's like, it makes me feel safe. I know that I've brushed my teeth.
What was that advert? No, you remind me. Toothpaste back in the day. So clean and
Close up.
Which one? Was
up.
it the one with the advert? So clean and so fresh or something? Hey, they're not adverts. They stay in your head for all these years.
It's true.
Okay.
It's true.
Yeah.
So shopping for you is. Do you have ever any of you gone to Makala Market?
Yes.
And how was that?
It's another experience because literally you can end up spending hours.
Wow.
Hours.
The whole
Trying to
day.
figure out where everything is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like you can say, oh, okay, I'm going to quickly get this, and you know, okay, I'm getting this and this and this and this, and this is where I need to get it from. No, you'll go here. Oh, sorry, we don't have it. You have to go across to the other side. And
Oh, you know what? One thing I do like about Mokala is that you've got sections. Like, you've got to know what you want in Mokala. If you can't do, okay, you might like UK, you might talk about going, I don't know, Petticoat Lane or East Street Market. You can walk through the market and get a few bits here and there. Mokala, you need to know what you want. Other than that, that's your whole day done.
regardless,
honestly.
even if you know, I'm telling you, you will still spend hours.
What I try to do is with Mokala, unless I've got certain things, like if I want to buy fabrics, I will ask around, where in Mokala do I need to go and buy fabric, and just go, China House, whatever they say, go straight there. It's a journey trying to get there, but once you get there, it's beautiful, because they got everything. You
They
understand?
literally have everything.
Yeah, they do. So I think with Mokala, where the, I wouldn't say frustrations, but you know, where the time wasting can come is if you don't know where it is that you need to go in order to get it, you just walking around, and Mokala is an experience in itself. It's a beautiful experience, but boy.
And the bargaining, don't you have to bargain? Because the prices that they start at and what they end up at.
It's this one, and you're like, no, let's start with half. No, please, you have to add more, no.
And
you have to stick to it, right? And then you end up, you walk away with your prize.
But everyone needs to come to Mokala. Everyone needs to experience Mokala. Everyone needs to just say that I've been there, done that. That's it. Don't know if you're going to go back, but
Okay, so eating out in Ghana, what has your experience been? Do you think that you are eating similar foods every single day? Do you think there's a variety of foods? How is the customer service compared to what you were used to? And where is your hotspots? Like, where's your place that you like going on a regular?
I'll definitely say there is quite a variety.
Okay.
But initially, when I first came, I remember before I used to think that I knew all the restaurants in Ghana until when I came down, I was like, actually no, I don't know everywhere. So there's definitely a variety. I mean, if you want Mexican, you'll get Mexican. If you want Italian, you'll get Italian. If you want the traditional, you'll get the traditional.
Yeah.
So. And in terms of the hotspots, there's a few that I like to go to. Honeysuckle, as you said, is one.
Is it because there's a pub feeling, like UK pub?
Yeah. So there's a number. Honestly, I like La Mexic. Is it La Mexicana? Yeah. That's what it's called. That one is another good one for me as well.
Okay. Those are your top two.
Yes.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of variety, I must say, and especially like being in the hotel and hearing of everywhere people are going. There's so many places. Like I have a list of places I haven't been to yet.
Same.
The customer service, there's some few things. Like for me, when I go to a restaurant and I open a menu, I pick two things, because in Ghana, at some point, someone's going to tell you it's not available.
Okay.
Don't get stressed. Just pick two. That's all. That's all. So from the beginning, I'm like, okay, I'll have the chicken. If it's chicken's not available, okay, I'll go for this one.
Okay.
When the person comes, do you have this? Yes. Okay, if you have it, give me this. But if you don't, so I'm already giving you my second order. No stress. Yeah, because I think that's disappointment. You order something, they'll go to the back. I don't know where they're going. They're going somewhere. Then 5 minutes later, oh, madam,
5 minutes.
Sorry,
not even 5 minutes.
Sorry, we don't have the chicken, but we have the yam. So do you want the yam with the pork? No, I think that's not what I want. I'm gonna change all this. So I think definitely there's a lot of places to go. People are really doing well, opening new restaurants, different kind of locations and stuff. I think go to Pomona a lot.
Okay, that's a good one.
I just
I've been there. What's that?
Oh yes, so you
they've got two.
and then Bistro 22.
Yeah. Rose Garden is another good one.
Rose Garden.
Oh, okay. Where's that?
La
Bonnie.
There's some nice. There's some nice places, and you see them a lot on Instagram. And I really rate people who are opening restaurants, because it's not easy. It's not easy.
Absolutely.
And they're trying with the different varieties. A lot of creativity. Places like here, like Studio 7. Like there's somewhere you want to go. You want to take a picture. The food is amazing. So people are really trying. They're just, staffing is. It's a whole topic on its own, I would say. And I say that because sometimes you're expecting someone who maybe has never even seen the difference between red wine, white wine, and a rosé, to serve you perfectly, or, hold the bottle in the right way. You're asking them, okay, which champagne should I go for? They don't know. So it's a lot. It's a lot. So sometimes I think we should just exercise a little bit of patience. So for me, patience and choosing two things on the menu.
You'll be fine.
Works for you. I realised that in Ghana, I do more food delivery than I do in UK. Like, I mean, to be honest, Ghana's doing really well in that regard. You understand? You've got the different types of food delivery. And UK, I wasn't really a food delivery type, like Uber Eats. And no, I didn't really do that. But in Ghana, I do it more. Because actually in UK, I probably used to just go out and get something down the road. But in Ghana, it's different. It's not as, it's not as, But
because Jenny's having a ice kinky in the morning for breakfast.
That's what I was about to say. So tell me some of the dishes.
Jenny. Okay.
But you know what? There are times, I mean, our foods, it's funny because in UK, I eat Ghanaian foods. I make Ghanaian foods, I eat it. But I've come to Ghana. I mean, you've got Ghanaian foods in abundance. You love everything.
You don't really know what to choose.
But sometimes I just want mash. I just want pasta. Just want Walker's crisps.
I'm telling you.
The simple things. That's how I miss Tesco and just just popping out. The meal deal. Just the simple little things. I think there's a lot that can and that should be done when it comes to customer service. Sometimes you go from the extremes to the opposite end, where they're more or less all over you and kind of following you around the store and just leave me. I just want to look, and I'll come to you when I'm ready. And then the other extremes where you're sitting there for ages and nobody's even hello. You understand? They close up shop. You're still sitting there. Nobody's even noticed you. That's it. And I'm like, where do you kind of like meet the balance? I mean, it's a work in progress, but there are some lovely places. And I really, it's just like when you want to tip somebody, you understand? Of course, you know, sometimes when you get people that try and, you know, take extra money from you, it kind of gives you that frustration. But when you see that they're really making an effort to make you feel comfortable, valued as a customer, I don't mind, you know, giving, you know, whatever it may be. But it's different levels depending on where you go.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. In UK, I hardly ate this, but I had Burger King the other day. You know, I craved that burger with the crunchy onions and the lettuce and the tomato. That's all I wanted. And I ordered it, and I said to the girl that ordered it for me, one of my friends, I was like, oh, does it taste the same? You know, I was a bit nervous, you know? I was a bit nervous. I was like, oh, how's this going to taste? Because I've got that, I still have that taste
in your mouth.
Yes,
you know,
so I was expecting, but you know what? I was in heaven. Hey,
The same, innit?
oh, like, nah, beautiful. They did well. Yeah.
So, are you looking to find your dream husband?
Hey, madam.
Oh, God.
It's God,
It's God.
Question. It's a question.
I think someone's calling me, Denta.
Hey, somebody's calling me. Great.
Hey,
Tell us.
The dating game in Ghana is different.
Hey, really?
Very different.
Why is it
you
different?
get the ones who are okay, you know, they might be on the same wavelength with you, but then they I don't know, they're just out there as well. They're just trying to do their own thing, and then you get the typical Ghanaian ones who their mindset is just completely different. Like
Really?
you can't reason with them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's not going well?
It's
going.
It's going.
It's
Yeah,
going.
It's
but-
going.
Okay.
We're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there.
Okay.
Yes.
Mel, you've been here 4 years,
Oh
lady.
man.
Hey.
What would I say about dating in Ghana? I would say firstly, you know, we've got to be positive out here. The Ghanaian guys they've got the sense of romance down.
Really? Okay.
Let's say that.
Okay.
your empress, princess.
Hey.
that
darling.
one, yeah.
Okay.
They got it
Oh,
down. They
give
got
me
it down.
the
They got the
words.
words. They
Yeah,
got the
okay.
words. They will try. Let's say. I think. Oh God. I think. Let's say patience. It's like my word of the day. No. I say patience because I've been here for 4 years, and I think also. Let's group the good guys together.
Okay.
I think we have to, like, as people from the diaspora, think about how we, let's say, look coming back, because sometimes there's this uncertainty that people, you come to Ghana and then you're going to go back.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think that's what I found, that some people are like, okay, but are you going to stay? They're
I
rather
had that
asking,
a lot
rather
as
than
well,
me,
yeah.
worrying
Right.
about, okay, the person's gone in. It's rather like, do you like it here? Are you going to stay?
Okay.
So I think on that side, I think that I'll just group it into that section. I've heard a lot of stories about bad dates, men who are not supposed to be available being available.
Right.
But I think we should all be open. I think the UK also has its challenges.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that bad. But yes, as you're saying, I think coming from the UK, maybe there's some things that I like to do, or like things that I might want to spend my money on that someone else might not understand.
Exactly.
So I think just finding the right like-minded
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, I think that's quite key, like-minded, and just the right sort of attitude. It's funny, because me.
You got a story. I feel a story inside you, Jenny. Tell
You know what? Even as I'm thinking, you just make
share
it. It's like
Sharing is caring.
There you
oh,
go.
my sister. It is like, even as soon as I tell a couple of people that I was leaving, they're like, you're going to get married, aren't you? You know,
Oh,
they've
I
shipped
had
you
that as
out.
well.
You know, it's like that's the reason. I'm like,
Wow.
but lo and behold, I hadn't even opened up my suitcase yet. One of my aunties, all I saw was my phone pinging. God's plan for you and your life, to come here and to meet your future this and to meet your future that. And before you know it, picture
Oh wow.
pinging on my phone. Shiny pasta with a side pattern and all. Charlie.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to hook you up with a pasta.
What? You know, that's the worst thing someone could do to me. Don't send me a picture of someone, because automatically I'm like, no, I'm not interested.
That's it. It's
Let
not
me meet
even
the
about.
I need to meet the person.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you know. I think it's really important when you do think of your partner, because remember, I mean, you've got all kinds of people trying to feed this into you, but at the end of the day, you are the person that is going to be there with them. You understand? Somebody might say, oh, this one is good, that one is good, from what you see, but then being with them 24/7, share. You know, so it's like, you've really got to, yes, take your time, but also, you know, it's that feeling, it's that gut feeling, you know. And that person might not be what everyone else expects them to be for you. Yeah. But you know that, listen,
So
you
the
guys,
pasta could work then. The shiny one.
I beg, that one's, yeah.
So do you think that there's a lot of pressure in Ghana for you guys to get married?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
It's
It's
like
a
when,
cultural thing, isn't it?
yeah, but
Yeah.
you know,
so early.
definitely, because you know, it's like, if you're not married by a certain age and you're looked on or frowned upon, like, oh, is there something wrong with you? Or you don't want to get married. You know, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not necessarily like that. But yes, there is a lot of pressure. And, you know, those pressures of, oh, come on, I want to buy my hat. I want to buy my shoes. I want to wear my kente. You know,
My
hurry up,
lace.
you know? So all the aunties, uncles will be on at you over, and you know, to some extent, it makes it seem as if like, oh, you know, what? Then, you know, if you're not strong enough, you'll start looking inwards. You understand? And asking yourself, hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Honestly, I think you have to protect your mental health from those kind of
Honestly.
things.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Honestly.
because you can be in a funeral, but so when are you bringing the guy? Well, which guy? Yeah,
I
like,
told you I had
yeah,
one
you know,
right now.
like it's pressure.
lot,
It can be pressure, and I think, you know, in Ghana, a lot of people are married very early. So once you kind of pass that stage and you don't have children, it's a bit like, okay, so what are you waiting for? It's like, what am I waiting for? It's like,
Or then you've got that scenario where some pastor from somewhere,
Hey, and the pasta's just a whole life.
I think that's your alignment. I think that's
some pastor from somewhere, you know, as soon as they hear, then they start to sort of prophesize, oh, you know, maybe, you know, and put something in your head that, oh, this is why you're not getting married, or this is what's happening, or, you know, so it kind of creates that. And then you know, of course, you need to do this in order to get married or to break that curse or whatever it may be. You understand?
Yeah.
So, you know, those kind of things also play on your mind as well.
Right. How do you find healthcare in Ghana?
I think I'm quite lucky because, you know, I've come with a job and I have the insurance cover. At the same time, last year I lost one of my uncles and I visited him in hospital and it wasn't so great. It wasn't a great experience for me at all. I know there's a lot of people who are opening a lot of new facilities. There's a lot of diasporans coming, which I really appreciate. I hail them because it's not easy. I think Ghana has healthcare on its list of things of priority, but I just think that it's something that you should look at and let's say we're what can I say, blessed that we can go home and check a couple of things and come back. But I think there's definitely some work to do. I mean, I don't really like hospitals anyway, so maybe my comments are out. But it was just unfortunate that I didn't really like what I saw.
I think my experience is that coming from UK, where you've got literally, you just walk into a hospital, you've got the NHS, you've got, you know, you don't see all the extra bits that go along with your treatment. Whereas at one point I had to go to a hospital here, and it's literally everything, even the sheet on your bed that you have to lie down on or whatever, you have to pay for. And you know, that's when the penny really dropped for me, that, you know, if maybe I'm fortunate, I've, you know, been able to pay for these things, but if there's somebody has an accident or something, and you know, they don't have that cover, like what happens? You know, so it really humbled me. But yes, definitely, you know, we have that opportunity to go back if, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's really humbling.
Yeah, so in regards to the healthcare, luckily I've been blessed. I've not had to actually go for any kind of check myself or any medical treatment. But my grandma recently had a stroke, and yeah, the hospital bills were huge.
Wow.
That's
the
what
bill.
the bills. And I was like, nah. The penny dropped, and I said, God, if something was to happen to me, this is like how. It's a lot. So yeah. I think we're just all blessed to be able to say we can go back and, you know, go and do any kind of treatment or whatever that we need to.
I think with hospitals, with my experience, we've been to some great ones. Luca Hospital, there's been
Eurocare.
You people cry, you need to pay me. I just mentioned your name, but anyway, there's been, you know, really, really good ones that the customer service is on point. They see you very quickly, and you know, you do have to pay for the service but I think that's even in the UK, like if you want a private, you know,
you have to pay the extra,
right? So that is already there. So I think that there's an opportunity for a lot of diasporans to come into that space, right? In terms of opportunity, when you look at your life in the UK and the opportunities that you had there compared to the opportunities that you that you have seen in Ghana, which looks promising.
Yeah, so for me, there's definitely a lot more opportunities in Ghana than I would say there probably would have been for me in the UK. There's so, I can be outside today here in Ghana, I'll be in Accra or whatever, and I'll see so many things. I'm like, yes, this and this and this and this. The niche, there's so many areas that you can go into and kind of develop, or just even think of yourself okay, you know, there's a market here. Let me tap into this market.
On different sides. In terms of starting your own business, doing your own thing, there's so much opportunity. I just started mine. Literally just yesterday.
So tell us about what you're doing.
So at the moment I should have brought some. I've started a online luxury bookstore. So selling coffee table books. And also yesterday they are now available in Casa Jasaco.
What's the name of your company?
It's called Melize.
Melize. Lovely.
So yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of opportunities to start your own business. There's gaps in the market that, you know, there's problems that you can solve as a diaspora. You've got the mindset, you can create a business, you can employ people, which is great for the economy. I also think on the other side, there's opportunities of doing well, maybe at work. And I say that because in Ghana, you can meet, you know, if I wanted to meet the president, I can call Dental, or call someone who calls somebody who can make it happen. In the UK, can I be calling Prince Charles?
No.
Like, can you organize for me? MB?
free
Maybe,
Actually, yeah.
But you know, in Ghana, I
advice,
think if you
maybe
really
something.
have like a serious business idea, a business plan, you can get to the right people easier than you can in the UK.
Do you think that it's right though that people from the diaspora will come and then they have access to like the minister and the president? Like it almost feels too easy, right? Or is it because when we come in, we become elite, we come at the top?
I think if you come with a good business plan, it's easier because you're from the diaspora. You're confident. You have the paperwork in place. I don't think there's anything bad with it.
Okay.
Let's say.
But you can't access Boris Johnson in London.
I
though.
know. So I think I was having this conversation with someone, and we we're talking about, let's say, the diaspora, let's say, definition, because I think we need to, let's say, define foreigners versus Ghanaians.
Okay.
And Ghanaians can include, let's say, the diaspora, like your mum is Ghanaian, your grandma is Ghanaian.
Right.
Because if you're Ghanaian and you're in the UK with your Ghana passport, is anybody going to even mind you to even get to the PA?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, so I think
Let alone.
we also have to like learn it backwards. Yeah, so I think, but I think it's fair. If it's like a meeting, it's fair.
Okay. Jen?
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because I think already there's a sort of mentality that as a diasporan, some people are, able to kind of integrate into the system quite well. Others already come with that sort of pedestal attitude that they are, they're the ones coming to fix up the country and do all of this. And, and I think in order to even fix a country, if you want to call it that, we need to work with locals. We need to be,
Understand,
understand the systems. You understand? You can't come and just say, oh yes, I'm coming to tell you what to do. You understand? It's like anywhere, as a new manager, you've got to understand the culture, how things work, and then through that understanding, then you can work with the people to build or improve the country as such. But yeah, the access to ministers and so forth, I still find it a bit odd, because being in UK, like, who do I see? Who do I know? Who knows me? You understand? But then being able to kind of, literally sit down with certain big names, I'm like, I'm still, at the same time, I'm still like, oh, okay.
Wow.
I'm still
but
like,
I think also the fact that we are Ghanaian adds to it, because really and truly, the minister could be my uncle.
It's true.
Like he really could be my uncle. Like it's my mom's brother. Like you know what I mean. So I can call him. I have his number. Yeah. So I think we also have to remember that when we go to the UK, we are
we're also,
we are just here.
Removed.
And I'm sure he has his maybe. And I think maybe in Ghana through the politics and the importance of the ministries and what they're doing, maybe we think about it more and we see it more than in the UK. Because I can't really say that I was thinking about Ministry of Education in the UK or Ministry of like it wasn't really.
You're just doing your work.
Yeah, Prime Minister. Number 10, and then So I think it's fair because we are Ghanaian at the end of the day, and it is possible that it could be my uncle, could be my mum's cousins, sisters, husbands,
brother,
nephew.
Yes. So do you think it's a privilege to be Ghanaian?
Yeah. To be Ghanaian in Ghana.
It gives us that. that little bit of liberty, I think, to an extent.
And I think that's part of the excitement and the happiness that we feel when we come back to Ghana, because you feel Ghanaian. Yes, we have the accent issue, maybe the language barrier, they're ripping us off in between. But at the end of the day,
it's all part and parcel.
It's all family business.
One advice that you would give a diasporan that is trying to move or still like, I'm not sure, man. I'm still like,
plan.
What would you
plan? Yeah, plan definitely before you come. There's a lot of things that even when you think, I've been coming back and forth, so I know how everything. Trust me, you're never gonna know everything how it works, and I've learned that.
Right.
So definitely plan.
I must say, when I was coming, I really planned. Like I shipped this, I bought this, just to make sure that as I arrive, I felt comfortable. I had the things that would make me feel at home. The second one is patience, and I've said it the whole way through, but just have some patience, or if you don't have it, just think about it as you're on the plane coming, because you need to just take your time.
Right.
Otherwise, you yourself will get frustrated, and people are looking at you like, "What's wrong with this girl? Why are you getting upset? It's not available. Like they don't have red wine. That's all. Like, why is she getting upset? They're getting stressed."
It's true.
Then the third one I would say is have a purpose.
Okay.
Come to Ghana trying to think about what you can give as well as what you can take, let's say. Because sometimes we come here thinking we're coming here for the job, how much are they going to pay me, where am I going to live? But I think what I found in like my 4 years now, almost 4 years, is that I found a sense of purpose in the hotel, because I'm coming from an
Please
environment.
mention the hotel.
Kempinski Hotel. The leading
She's
hotel
been
in
wanting
Ghana.
to mention it.
Number one, the only 5-star luxury hotel. But I think I honestly have found a sense of purpose. There are not a lot of 5-star hotels in Ghana. I feel like where I'm coming from, my last hotel was on Park Lane. So I have experience. I've been in the hotels now almost 10 years.
Wow.
So I know what I'm doing. And I think where I find my sense of purpose and my happiness, apart from my salary and I can start a business and I can do this, is when I can see a young girl joining my team as a coordinator, learning something new and having that confidence and being able to own like the hotel, walk in the lobby, meet clients and assist them and help
the levels.
them book a wedding and do all that kind of stuff, because people, we are really, it's almost like it's the training, let's say.
Right.
So I think that's where I think we should, in my third point, just think about, God has blessed you. You've had this opportunity. You're from the UK, you're from the US, you have the passport, you can go home anytime. You've had all this training, you've had all the critical thinking, which is just natural from school. Sometimes when we come to Ghana, let's just think about what else we can also give back, because Ghana has been good to us. If it wasn't for Ghana, our parents wouldn't have gone to wherever they went to. They wouldn't have survived if it wasn't for the Ghanaian prayers, the grandmas that were praying here. So I think we should also just have that in mind, that let's think about giving.
True, absolutely.
Definitely. I mean, number one, it's just do it. You understand? I mean, if we really try and analyze everything and look at why we shouldn't, we won't. But just do it. I mean, everything can always be sorted. I spoke to a lady not too long ago who had one son that had just started secondary school, and the second daughter was in year 6, and they were both in nice private schools, and she was worried about the school and moving over and that whole transition. And it got to a point where I spoke to her about various schools in Ghana, and she was like, you know what, let me stop making excuses. Let me just do it. And believe me, we can make excuses till kingdom come as to reasons why not to. So that's one thing. But also, I guess the second thing is that even being here in Ghana, there are lots of bumps, potholes, ditches, frustrations, whatever. But then always look at how you can overcome them, okay? I'm used to kind of driving around, doing my own thing. When I came, it hasn't been like that. I found myself in a TROTRO. I got used to TROTRO. I use it every day. They know me. Even when I go to the station, hey, madam, you're here this morning. You just find ways around it, but also networks. Just interact, just chat. Somebody to chat to that might, have a similar understanding, or listening to other people's stories. When you listen to other people's stories, it gives you that sense of, you know what, it's not as bad. I can still do it. It's not as bad. But definitely. I mean, all I can say is, Ghana, I feel so much lighter in Ghana.
Wow.
And that says a lot. Wow. Lighter in so many different regards. But
even with the heavy back.
Yay!
I'm joking.
Lighter in lots of different ways. Those that know, I know. But Ghana's good. And you've got to have that attitude that you want it to work.
Right.
We can't, we're privileged to be able to pop back on a plane to whatever, but we need to also try and focus on the fact that we're here for a purpose, like you said. When things go wrong, we can't suddenly, I want to go back. That endurance, that resilience, you need to just keep it going, and having networks and people to talk to is it's godsend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
And you didn't actually say what you were doing. So I think 2 or 3 minutes to just talk about
Yes.
what you're currently doing and how it's impacting.
Yes. So I'm leading a project called the Diaspora Transition Network, and that really is a must project. You know, when I say must project, it's so needed in Ghana, and it's designed to support diasporans in Ghana, designed to support diasporans wanting to move to Ghana. So it's an avenue of helping you settle in, helping you find relevant information, signposting you, engaging you with other diasporans that can also listen to your stories and support each other. So yeah, we've got a Diaspora Transition Network, and you guys all need to join. You guys all need to join. You know, it's so key in helping you just break into that, you know, that culture of just, this is my home now. You know, it's a different environment in Ghana, but, you know, you've got to kind of work through that.
Thank you, ladies. How was that? You enjoyed the conversation?
I did.
It was good.
Yeah.
Shared a lot.
I'm
so glad. I think it was a very good conversation, and a lot of people who are listening are going to appreciate what you're saying. Because there's been some people that have been through the situation, or they haven't, and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna do what Jen said. I'm gonna do what Melissa said. I'm just gonna try it. I am gonna plan before I come. You know, like Deborah said. So I think that it opens up people's mind to the possibility. So if you are out there, there is a possibility, and there's lots of opportunities. Like they said, there's lots of opportunities in Ghana that you wouldn't find outside in the UK or US. Come back home.
That's it.
Yes.
Take care and good night. Bye bye.